It was a rainy day in the small town of Willow Creek. Sarah stepped out of her cozy little house, ready to head to the grocery store. As she stepped onto the porch, she realized she had forgotten her umbrella. With a sigh, she decided to make do without it. The rain wasn't too heavy, after all. As Sarah walked down the street, she couldn't help but admire the way the raindrops glistened on the leaves of the trees. She loved the sound of rain hitting the pavement and the fresh, earthy smell that filled the air. Just as Sarah was about to turn the corner, a sudden gust of wind caught her off guard, blowing her hair into her face and sending a chill down her spine. She shivered and hugged herself, wishing she had remembered to grab her umbrella. But then, to her surprise, a voice called out from behind her. "Excuse me, miss. Do you need an umbrella?" Sarah turned around to see a young man standing there, holding out a bright red umbrella. He had a friendly smile on his face and kind eyes that sparkled with warmth. "Oh, thank you so much!" Sarah exclaimed, feeling a wave of relief wash over her. "I forgot mine at home, and I'm getting soaked." The young man smiled even wider and stepped closer, offering her the umbrella. "Here, take it. I don't mind getting a little wet." Sarah hesitated for a moment, feeling a bit guilty about accepting a stranger's umbrella. But the rain was starting to come down harder now, and she didn't want to get even more soaked than she already was. "Thank you," she said, finally taking the umbrella from him. "You're a lifesaver," the young man laughed. "No problem at all. My name's Alex, by the way. I'm Sarah," she replied, smiling gratefully at him. "Thanks again, Alex." With the umbrella shielding her from the rain, Sarah continued on her way to the grocery store. She couldn't stop thinking about the kindness of the stranger who had come to her rescue. It was such a simple gesture, but it had made a big difference to her. As Sarah wandered through the aisles of the store, she couldn't shake the feeling that she had just experienced something special. She found herself smiling as she picked out her groceries, her thoughts drifting back to the encounter with Alex. After paying for her items, Sarah made her way back home, the rain still falling steadily outside. As she walked, she couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude for the kindness of strangers and a newfound appreciation for the beauty of rainy days. When Sarah arrived home, she carefully folded up the umbrella and set it by the door. She knew she would need to return it to Alex at some point. But for now, she was content to just enjoy the warmth and comfort of her cozy little house. As the days passed, Sarah couldn't stop thinking about Alex and their chance encounter in the rain. She found herself hoping that she would run into him again someday, just so she could thank him properly for his kindness. And then, one day, as Sarah was walking through town, she spotted Alex standing outside a coffee shop, sipping on a steaming cup of coffee. Her heart skipped a beat as she approached him, a smile spreading across her face. "Hey, Alex!" she called out, waving to get his attention. Alex looked up, his eyes widening in surprise when he saw Sarah standing there. "Oh, hey! It's you! From the other day with the umbrella." Sarah nodded, feeling a rush of excitement coursing through her veins. "Yeah, that's me. I just wanted to say thank you again for letting me borrow your umbrella. It really saved the day." Alex grinned, his eyes crinkling at the corners. "It was no problem at all. I'm just glad I could help." They chatted for a few minutes, exchanging pleasantries and getting to know each other better. Sarah discovered that Alex was new to town and had recently moved there to start a new job. He was friendly and easygoing, with a great sense of humor that made her laugh. Before they knew it, Sarah and Alex had been talking for hours, lost in conversation as they shared stories and laughed together. It felt like they had known each other for years, not just a few days. As the sun began to set and the sky turned pink and orange, Sarah realized that she didn't want the day to end. She was having too much fun with Alex, and she didn't want to say goodbye just yet. Hey, do you want to grab dinner together? She blurted out, unable to stop herself. Alex's eyes lit up with excitement. I'd love to. There's a great little Italian place just down the street. What do you say? Sarah smiled, feeling a flutter of anticipation in her chest. Sounds perfect. And so Sarah and Alex spent the evening enjoying a delicious meal together, their laughter mingling with the clink of silverware and the murmur of conversation around them. They talked about everything and nothing, savoring each moment as if it were the most precious thing in the world. By the time they finished dinner, Sarah knew that she had found something special in Alex. He was kind, funny, and easy to talk to, and she felt a connection with him that she had never felt with anyone else before. As they walked home together, Sarah couldn't help but feel a sense of excitement about what the future held. She didn't know where things would go with Alex, but she knew that she wanted to find out. And as they reached Sarah's house and said goodnight, she couldn't help but feel grateful for the rainy day that had brought them together. After all, if it hadn't been for that chance encounter with Alex and his umbrella, she might never have met the love of her life. From that day on, Sarah and Alex's love only grew stronger as they laughed, talked, and explored the world together. And as they walked hand in hand through the rain, Sarah knew that she had found her happily ever after.